This is Biblical Case Files.
Biblical Case File 0001, The Davidic Strategy. Final Report. Subject: The Science of the Slingshot and the Five-Stone Contingency. Lead Investigator: Lieutenant Johns. Primary Source: 1 Samuel 17, ESV. Secondary Intel: 2 Samuel 21, 15 through 22. Location: the Wadi bed of the Valley of Elah. The cold case. The Valley of Elah is a narrow corridor, the front line of a collision between the coastal Philistines and the highland Israelites. For 40 days, the atmosphere has been thick with the smell of sweat, iron, and paralyzed fear. Goliath, a 9-foot-tall shock trooper, isn't just a soldier, he is a psychological weapon. Most readers see David's refusal of Saul's armor as an act of reckless bravery, but as we dig into the tactical intel, we see a different story. David wasn't entering the valley to survive a miracle, he was entering the valley to execute a pre-calculated, high-velocity surgical strike. He wasn't just a shepherd, he was a specialist in kinetic energy who understood that the battle was already won in the heavens before the first rotation of his sling. The evidence. Exhibit A, the Achoor Ballistics. David's selection of stones from the Wadi was a critical forensic choice. Geological surveys of the Elah Valley identify these as Achoor stones, dense, water-eroded limestone and flint. The spec. These stones are not pebbles. They are roughly the size of a baseball or a large plum, weighing between 85 and 100 grams. The physics. In a leather kela, a sling, these stones function as aerodynamic warheads. An expert slinger can launch an Achoor stone at speeds of 100 to 150 miles per hour. The impact. Upon impact with Goliath's forehead, the only exposed point of his 125-pound bronze suit, the stone delivered the kinetic energy equivalent to a .45 caliber round. The giant was clinically dead before he hit the ground. Exhibit B, the Five-Stone Contingency, the brothers of Gath. Why did David select 5 stones if he only needed 1? Skeptics call it lack of faith, but the forensic history suggests advanced tactical foresight. The intel, 2 Samuel 21, 15 through 22, and 1 Chronicles 20, verse 5, reveal that Goliath was not an anomaly. He had 4 relatives in Gath: Ishbi-Benob, Saph, Lami, and an unnamed 6-fingered giant. The strategy. David wasn't just planning for the man in front of him, he was prepared for the entire lineage of Gath to charge the field. He took 1 stone for Goliath and 1 for each of his brothers. This wasn't doubt, it was a declaration that he intended to finish the job for good. Exhibit C, the Covenant Engine. We must address the variable that science cannot quantify, but the text demands, the factor of faith. David's refusal to fight on Goliath's terms was rooted in his identity as a covenant member. While the Israelite army saw a giant who was too big to fight, David saw a target that was too big to miss because he was fighting from a position of spiritual authority. The scriptural proof. David tells the giant in 1 Samuel 17, verse 45, "You come to me with a sword, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts." The verdict on faith. David's skill provided the means, but his faith provided the peace. Without the steady hand that comes from absolute trust in God's promise, even the best slinger would have missed under the pressure of a charging giant. The verdict of Case File 0001 is this: David's victory was a synergy of tactical innovation and unwavering covenant faith. He did not win because he was lucky. He won because he chose a weapon the giant couldn't counter and a God the giant couldn't defy. The blueprint for the audience. 1. Stock your shepherd's bag. Don't wait for the giant to appear before you start practicing with your Achoor stones. Your quiet years of preparation are your ammunition for the public years of battle. 2. Anticipate the brothers. Don't just plan to survive today's problem. Bring enough stones to handle the root of the issue and its relatives. True victory is thorough. 3. operate from the name. Skill without faith is fragile. Faith without skill is presumption. When you combine your best preparation with God's best promise, the giant's armor becomes irrelevant. The giant fell because he was fighting a man who knew exactly who he was, what he was carrying, and who was standing behind him. Case file 0001 is now closed, but the investigation into the Word never truly ends. If you found the evidence compelling, hit the like button and subscribe to join our team of investigators. For the full digital archive, including deep dive PDF case files and official gear, join us at biblicalcasefiles.com. The truth is out there, waiting to be uncovered. We'll see you in the next file.